What is going on, everybody? My name is Jake Smith. This is the Bible Noter channel where we talk Jesus, we talk Bible, and today, while my daughter is at a thing called the Big Chill at church, I am doing videos in a quiet room, and they are all out there dancing and playing on inflatables and basketball and nine square and all the things that kids in the youth group do at large events. And so I tell you that because maybe you might end up hearing some music in the background. And if that's the case, then I apologize. I hope you can hear me well. I hope that you are tuning in here to learn from the Bible and to hear about Ruth chapter 3 because that's what we're going in for. And I'm going to go ahead and turn my volume stuff down now on my phone so that I don't get like very loud notifications. I should really start doing that before I start the video, but I'm usually pretty excited to do a video, and today is no exception. So, Ruth chapter 3 starts out like this. Then Naomi, her mother in law, said to her being Ruth, "My daughter, should I not seek rest for you that it may be well with you?" Basically, what Naomi's saying here is, should I not look for ways to make your life easier? Um, the Faith Life Study Bible says Naomi wished that Yahweh would grant Ruth rest and Orpah, since Ruth stayed with her. Naomi seeks a way to provide her with safety and security of marriage. And as we found out in the previous chapters, Ruth's husband died, Naomi's husband died, Orpah's husband died, and the ladies in that time period, they had no value outside of marriage. They had nobody to protect them. They had nobody to provide for them. They were susceptible to things such as rape and being stolen from and taking advantage of, and they were susceptible to starving to death because they had no way of getting food or providing for themselves or having protection. And so Naomi is feeling the weight of this, and she says, "My daughter," it's not really her daughter, it's her daughter-in-law, but she says, "My daughter, should I not seek rest for you?" Um, there's a footnote of chapter 1, verse 9, says, "The Lord grant you that you may find rest, each of you, in the household of her husband." So basically, should I not look for a way for you to be married? Verse 2 is not Boaz our relative with whose young women you were? Like, you were just hanging out with this dude, and he's one of our close relatives from our clan that could actually redeem you. Um, and so she's saying, should I not look for a way to make this happen? And she says, he is winnowing barley tonight at the threshing floor. And winnowing is it's the process of separating the grain from the plant stalks. So they would go up on a threshing floor and it'd be higher up, and they would throw the plant stalks up, and the wind would blow away the chaff, and only the good stuff would fall. And so after he goes out and stuff, and he's going to be there tonight working on that. Said, he is winnowing barley tonight at the threshing floor. Wash therefore and anoint yourself, and put on your cloak, and go down to the threshing floor, but do not make yourself known to the man until he has finished eating and drinking. So, honestly, this is a very practical part of advice that we see in the Bible. And ladies, if you want something from your man, um, you would do well to make sure he's fed and wait until he's done eating and drinking and he's relaxed and in a good mood before you hit him with it when he first walks in the door. um, says, but until he has finished eating and drinking. But when he lies down, observe the place where he lies, then go and uncover his feet and lie down, and he will tell you what to do. And she replied, all that you say, I will do. Now, there are people on one side of a debate who would tell you that this was a sexual advance, that Naomi was telling Ruth to make herself, to get prettied up and go down and make herself sexually available to him. And personally, I don't know that that's the case. Um, it could be, but I really don't know that that's the case, and I don't think that I don't think that's what's going on. I think Naomi is asking her to um, approach him humbly and with humility and say, I am romantically available for you. You are somebody who can marry me and redeem my family line or Naomi's family line. And so I think it's kind of a way of her saying, go down, let him know you like him, let him know you're interested, and wait and see what he says. So she went down to the threshing floor and did just as her mother in law had commanded her. And when Boaz had eaten and drunk, and his heart was merry, he went to lie down at the end of the heap of grain. She came softly and uncovered his feet and lay down. At midnight, the man was startled and turned over, and behold, a woman lay at his feet. He said, who are you? And she answered, I am Ruth, your servant. Spread your wings over your servant, for you are a redeemer. And so this is a way of her saying, you have the ability and the right to provide for me. Um, Please offer me your protection. And in verse 10, he replies by saying, may you be blessed by the Lord, my daughter. Again, not his actual daughter, a term of endearment, that is. You have made this lasting kindness greater than the first, in that you have not gone after younger men, whether poor or rich. And so we see this situation where this younger woman goes after this older man, and he's like, I'm flattered. You could have gone after anybody. Basically, in a couple verses, he tells her, like, hey, um, everybody's talking about your character. Everybody's talking about what a great woman you are. And so, like, you could approach anybody, even though you are a Moabite, and he's flattered that she would go after him instead of somebody else. Verse 11, and now, my daughter, do not fear. I will do for you all that you ask, for all my fellow townsmen know that you are a worthy woman. That tells me they've been talking about her. I don't know that the Bible doesn't say that, but that's what I think. Like, they've been talking about her. He's been asking around about her, and she's kind of the talk of the town. In verse 12, it says, and now it is true that I am a redeemer, yet there is a redeemer nearer than I. So right here we see he's a man of character. He likes this chick. Like earlier he was like, who is this? Whose woman is this? And then now everybody's talking about how awesome she is, and he noticed, and he says basically like, I'd be willing to take you, but as a man of integrity, I got to let you know there's somebody closer that has more right than I. And so this man of integrity continues and he says, remain tonight, and in the morning, if he will redeem you, good, let him do it. But if he is not willing to redeem you, then as the Lord lives, I will redeem you. Lie down until morning. Notice he's not dilly dallying around. Like, this man is quick to obey. He knows he has the right to redeem her. He likes her. This is part of the law to protect women like this. And he's quick to jump to it. He didn't say, I'll get around to it next week. He said, in the morning, like, first chance I get. And there's a lesson in there for us, guys. Be quick to obey and quick to do the Lord's will. So she lay at his feet until morning, but arose before anyone could recognize another. And he said, let it not be known that the woman came to a threshing floor. Bring the garment you are wearing and hold it out. So she held it, and he measured out 6 measures of barley and put it on her. Then she went into the city. And when she came to her mother-in-law, she said, how did you fare, my daughter? Then she told her all that the man had done for her, saying, these 6 measures of barley he gave to me, for he said, you must not go back empty-handed to your mother-in-law. So not only is he providing for her, he's providing for her mother-in-law. He realizes that she will be under his care too, and he wants to provide and protect the relationship, and he wants to protect these women. And men, if you are a man of standing, a man of integrity, that is what you want as well. You want to protect the women around you. She replied, wait, my daughter, until you learn how the matter turns out, for the man will not rest, but will settle the matter today. And that's how it ends. And so, like, we're right in the middle of this situation where boy meets girl, girl likes boy, boy likes girl. The offer to marry and to get together is there. And so, like, right before it happens, it cuts scene. And so it's kind of a cliffhanger. And and that's how it is. Guys, this whole story, I believe, is meant to be read all together, but it's very cool to sit here and go chapter by chapter and really dig into it a little bit. I would say if I learned, not if, but the main thing I learned from this chapter is be quick to obey and do the will of God. It's going to be the best thing for you. Our Creator wants what's best for His creation. Be quick to do the will of God and to be obedient. Until next time, until the next video, like, share, comment, subscribe. Guys, I love you if you're watching. Share any Jesus video with anybody that needs it. If you share mine, great. Just, guys, we live in a world where people are hungry for hope, and that's what Jesus offers. And it is on us to do the will of God and to sanctify, to be sanctified, and to spread the good news of Jesus Christ.